What's going on? Rohan Dhawan here, and in this video what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot the problems that is stopping you or that are stopping you from growing your business to the next level. Okay, how you can rectify, identify problems, fix them, and basically start moving ahead so that nothing can actually stop you. You can take over your competitors, you can win the race, and basically make a lot of money, right? So just before we get into the content, just make sure that you hit the like button below, because that's going to support the algorithm. More and more people just like yourself would be able to see this, and hopefully that'll support the channel and the little effort that I do every week for you guys, right? So that being said, let's get into the content. So what do I mean by troubleshooting? Well, let's recap and let's get back to the story regarding why I'm making this video. So often when I get on a call with several business owners and I ask them, hey, what's up? Why did you book this call? What's the reason behind this? They tell me, Rohan, I'm not getting clients. And they really give a very vague statement that I'm not getting clients. Okay. And when I ask them the question, why are you not getting clients? They usually don't have a response. Okay. They would say something like, Rohan, a few months back, our revenue or profit was this much, but this month it's just fallen down. I don't know what's happening. I think it's the economy, it's COVID-19, it's pandemic, it's the government, it's everybody else, right? It's the competition. Maybe it's like they have raised the prices or they have decreased the prices. People make a lot of excuses. Okay, and what I'm going to teach you in this video is how to stop making these excuses and actually look at your business from a sophisticated level and troubleshoot where exactly is the bottleneck, where exactly is the problem, how to identify it, how to fix it, and then just move ahead so that you are not complaining but rather making consistent progress. So that being said, this concept that I'm about to explain, I learned it from a book which is called as Principles. Okay, this book is by Ray Dalio. I think he's the owner of the biggest hedge fund in the world, or one of the biggest hedge funds in the world, right? He's worth billions, and I highly recommend that you go check out that book. It's definitely by far filled with golden nuggets. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about one main concept that I learned from that book that potentially will also benefit you a lot and will help you rectify the problems inside of your business so that you can identify them and quickly solve them. So what exactly do I mean by that? Well, you must understand what Ray Dalio also says, that you must look at your business or anything that you're trying to do as a machine, and you must look at it from a higher level view. Okay, I'm going to repeat this again. Anything that you're doing, mainly a business, try to look at it as a machine that functions for you to produce a certain outcome, and you must look at it from a higher level view. Okay, so now let me just explain to you what he means and how you can actually relate it to the business. Okay, now you must understand that when you're running a business, it's kind of like a machine. Okay, you have inputs and then you have outputs, right? Inputs are the things that you feed inside of that machine, the things that you are putting inside of your business. This could be maybe leads, prospects, marketing tools, branding, awareness, and all that other different kind of things. And what's the output at the end is happy customers who have paid you money, they got results, and they are spreading more word about you. And then the whole system just keeps on repeating. Okay, so you must understand that your business is a machine, and if it's not functioning like this, then you must try to understand that the chances are that the inputs that you're feeding in are not exactly producing the output that you desire. Okay, and what you must do is you must try to look at this from a higher point of view. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my iPad, and first we are going to look at this concept of looking at the machine from a higher perspective, first from an example of, let's say, fitness. Okay, or something like non-business related, because people who are not into business, I just want this concept to be crystal clear. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how relevant this is to your business and how you can use this to basically fix, identify problems, and just keep growing to the next level. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me pull up my iPad and let me show you exactly how this works. Okay, so what I need to explain to you today is thinking of your business or anything that you do in your life as a machine. Okay, now this concept that you're learning, it's basically called as principles first principle thinking. Okay, and this is actually not so new because this concept is being used by people like Elon Musk to solve greater problems. And in fact, you can go to YouTube, and after watching this video, you can type Elon Musk first principles and check out his video where he's trying to talk about how he was able to launch a rocket for his company SpaceX by not exactly following the quote unquote principles or the system, the old formula that was laid out by NASA and everything, and how he was able to use first principle thinking in order to divide the whole process into different kind of chunks, look at it in different parts, look at it as a machine from a higher level perspective, and think about what areas can he improve using this scientific approach. Okay, so that's what Elon Musk does, right? Now, I know a lot of you might be confused regarding this, so let's just explain to you with a simple example. Okay, so let's say that your goal is to lose weight. Okay, I'm using an example of fitness because it's very, very easy and it would make like a lot of sense. Okay, and what you can do is, let's say that I'll draw like a box or a big box over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this you, which is your human body, right? And what you have to do is you have to take a look at this human body as a machine. Okay, a machine. So this means that you, in the form of a human body, you're a machine. Okay, and what you have, every human being, right, has inputs, and then every human being has let's say outputs. Okay, now inputs are the thing that you feed into the machine, which is you, and outputs are the results that you produce right at the end. Now let's say that your goal is to actually lose weight, right? Now, if the goal is to lose weight, what most people do is they, do some things here and there, and then the output after a few weeks or months, right? They most of them are in the same position. They haven't lost weight, and then they try to think, okay, what exactly went wrong? I don't know. The output after a few months or few weeks is that they are the same. Okay, and then what they do is they start complaining that, okay, this does not work, the system does not work, maybe there's something wrong with the trainer that they are trying to follow, maybe there's something wrong with the diet system. There are a lot of different kind of things, and most people try to do conjecture. Okay, they do a lot of guesswork, and they don't have an accurate answer regarding why the output that they produced was that they were the same, and they didn't actually make progress inside of losing weight. Okay, they do not analyze the whole machine from a higher level perspective, and what they do is they just complain that, okay, the output or the end result produced is that they are in the same position as when they started off, when they were in the same exact position. Okay, so that's what exactly happened. So rather than doing this, and rather than just looking at the final thing, this is what most people look at. Okay, the final thing after a few weeks, that, oh, this didn't work out. Most people do not go back into analyzing the machine. Okay, they don't go about analyzing the machine. And what do I mean by this? Okay, so let's say that the goal is to lose weight. Okay, let's say that the goal is to lose weight. What you must do is you have to break down every single step into subcomponents in order to look at it from a higher level perspective and figure out what exactly is going on and what was the reason because of which the output was the same. Okay, so what we do is then we look at this machine from a higher perspective, and we see what inputs were fed in because of which the output was same. So let's say, in order to lose weight, what is required. Okay, if you ask a personal trainer or somebody in the fitness field what exactly is required to lose weight, now by all means do not consider me as a fitness consultant or something. This is just I'm using as an example so that you guys understand it. So in order to lose weight, if we have to divide or look at the machine from a first principles angle, we will see that we have subparts. Okay, we have part number one. Let's say in order to lose weight we need to take care of our sleep. Okay, if you don't sleep, then your workout won't be great, and if your workout isn't great, then obviously that's going to cause hindrance inside of you losing weight, and then obviously it's going to cause digestion problems and other different kind of problems that will stop you or prevent you from losing weight. Okay, another thing that you can analyze inside of this machine is, let's say, your diet, right? And then other thing that could you can add is your workout. And then the other thing that you can do is, let's say, your mindset. Okay, because a lot of people give up on diets and everything because their motivation and mindset is not in that order, right? That's why they stop following the diet, and most people often give up very, very quickly. Okay, so what I'm doing is, now I'm looking at the entire machine, right? I'm looking at the entire machine from a higher level perspective. Okay, so now what I need to analyze is, in order to produce the output because of which I was the same, I didn't lose any weight, right? Let's say my goal was over here, that my goal was that I'm 70 kgs, and my goal was that the output that I wanted, that I should be 65 kgs. But that did not happen, and I'm at 70 kgs again. Or in fact, I even gained a little bit weight. Okay, why did this happen? So we analyze these things in order to figure out why. Okay, we analyze these things, these subparts, in order to figure out why and what exactly went wrong. Okay, so let's say if we track our sleep in the last 30 days, okay, we could figure out that we were sleeping only 4 to 5 hours a day on an average. Okay, on an average we were sleeping for 4 to 5 hours a day. And for diet, the calories that we were consuming, let's say our maintenance calories are 2500, and we were consuming 3000 kcal a day. Okay, we were eating a lot of food. And for workout, let's say we were only doing 2 sessions a week. And for mindset, not practicing at all. Okay, we were not taking care of our mindset, right? So if we have to put this into numbers point of view, we could say 0, because obviously no effort was done. So when you look at the machine from this higher level perspective, now you can understand, okay, the fact is that I didn't sleep consistently, I didn't eat the right amount of calories, and I only worked out 2 sessions a week, and my mindset was not on point, because of which the output produced was that I was, in the same weight category, or I was unable to accomplish my goal of, being at 65 kilograms, right? Now, let's say that, chances are that you might say that, Rohan, I was doing certain things, and yet I was unable to, make progress. So what we can do is, let's say you managed to sleep 8 hours a day, you worked out 5 times a week, and your mindset was on point, but your daily calories were 3500 a day calories. So now what we can do is, we can identify that the bottleneck that's stopping us from achieving our goal is this, right? That a diet is not on point, even though other variables, right? If we can see that we are working out, everything is, mindset is on point, we are sleeping 8 hours a day. However, the calories that we are consuming per day is higher than what we are supposed to consume, because of which we were unable to accomplish our goal of 65 kilograms. So in order to fix this problem, all I have to do is keep everything the same and just simply bring my calories to 2500 a day. Simple. And if I can actually do this for the next 30 days, then my chances of actually achieving my target of 65 kgs can be higher. Is that making sense? And let's say chances are that you are consuming 2500 calories, but chances are you only work out once a week. Okay. Or chances are that this is happening. So now you can identify, okay, chances are that I was able to lose a little bit weight, but I was able to achieve 68 kgs. However, my workout was not on point, so because of that I was unable to reach 65 kilograms. So now the bottleneck is your workout, right? So now you need to fix that particular problem. And then chances are that, let's say you were working out, okay, let's say that you were working out consistently, okay, but this time rather than working out, what ended up happening is your mindset, you were not practicing it. You were not practicing that discipline every single day. You were not motivating yourself. You were not envisioning the person you want to become at 65 kilograms, because of which you practice zero mindset practices. You didn't believe in the goal, and because of this you ended up giving up on things, and then you started missing out on workout, and then you started missing out on your diet, and then you obviously started missing out on your sleep. So as you can see, everything is interlinked, and what we can do is we can look at the machine from a higher perspective or higher level, as Ray Dalio says, right? That we can actually look at the machine from a higher perspective, and we can see that based on the inputs that we are feeding in, what outputs are being produced and what exactly needs to be fixed in order to make sure that we are close to getting the outputs that we desire. I hope that makes sense. Okay. If that doesn't make sense, let's take another example, and let's take this example in the business field. Okay. Let's say you're a coach, consultant, service provider, freelancer, or whatever, right? You offer some sort of expertise, advice, or anything like that. Okay. Now, inside of the business, you have inputs again, right? You have inputs, and then you have the outputs. Now, let's say that the goal is for you to make 5 lakhs in profit this month. Okay, that's the goal. And in that case, right, you have to divide the inputs and think about it from a higher level machine point of view. Okay, and then you need to think, if I want to make 5 lakhs, what are the subcomponents of my machine that need to function in order to produce the outputs that I desire? Okay, so let's take into account, the first thing that I would need is my marketing. The second thing I would need is my sales, right? And then the third thing I would require is my fulfillment. Now, in a business, typically these are the three main things that you can actually, three main operational functions, right? Obviously, there are a lot more, but these are the three main ones, right? You've got marketing, if marketing can bring you sales, and then sales leads to fulfillment. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to analyze this whole machine from a bigger level perspective. Okay. Now, this is something that I just drew out vaguely. But if you have to look into let's say our particular example, right? Let's say you're trying to use a funnel system, like just like how we are using inside of our business, right? What's going to happen is for marketing, right, you will have the ad, then you will have the landing page, and then you will have the booking or the application. That's the process that we personally use. Okay. And then you have the call, and then you have the sale. Okay. This is how we personally look at the machine from and this is how our funnel system works. Now this might be different for you. Chances are that you are hosting a webinar, chances are that you're doing something else that's completely different, but according to us this is like the by far the best system, and this is what works for us. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to look and analyze the system from the whole. Okay, and what we do is we calculate our goals backwards, right? So if our goal is to make 5 lakhs, how many calls do I need to do? Let's say that my closing rate or conversion rate is 20%. Okay, so if my goal is to make 5 lakhs and I'm selling a product, let's say for 50K, okay, it's just an example, then I require 10 sales in order to accomplish my target. Now, if I require 10 sales in order to accomplish my target, at a 20% conversion rate, I need to do 50 calls, right? So just to clarify this, goal is to make 5 lakhs. We are selling the product for 50,000. And, in order to achieve 50,000, you just basically divide 5 lakhs by 50,000 and that'll give you 10. And that's what you need to do. And then our conversion rate, let's say based on our historic figures or whatever, is 20%. So this means we need to do 50 calls in order to accomplish our goal of 5 lakhs, right? Now, let's say that, to generate these 50 calls, considering that 50% of the people that we talk to, okay, let's say that they are not qualified, or let's say that they do not show up or whatever, right? This means that we require 100 applications so that 50 people who don't show up or they are cancelled or whatever can give us the remaining 50 calls. This is something we are doing just to be on the safe side. If we can produce 100 applications out of which those 50% actually get into the call, we can actually get 10 sales at a 20% conversion rate. Okay, so if that is the case, okay, on our landing page slash leads, right, in order to get 100 applications of people filling out like a form, giving you the information to talk to you inside of our landing page, right, inside of our landing page, the number of leads that are required, let's assume that 10% of the people go to our landing page and then end up applying for everything, right? 10% of the leads that we capture, let's say that this landing page has an opt-in, you have like an email, you have first name, right? So we have that so that people can actually enter that, and then they will be going to a form that they'll be filling out, and then they'll be getting on a call so that they could actually get closed, right? So inside of this landing page, let's assume that 10% of the people, 10% of the leads that we get, people who fill out these emails, will turn out into applications. Okay, so if that's the scenario, then we require 1,000 leads in order to accomplish our target of getting 100 applications. So if we can get 1,000 leads, which means people to fill out their email and everything, and then they go to this form kind of page where they will be filling out an application. So out of 1,000 leads, we will end up getting 100 applications. Out of 100 applications, we will get 50 calls, and then out of 50 calls, we will get 10 sales. Okay, that's simple math. Now to get 1,000 leads, right, let's say that our landing page conversion rate is 20%. Okay, so this means if our landing page conversion rate is 20%, then we require approximately 5,000 clicks from the ad or our marketing systems in order to accomplish this target of 1,000 leads, right? So if we can get 5,000 clicks, 1,000 leads we will generate at a 20% conversion rate, out of which at a 10% conversion rate, 10% of the people will apply, out of which we will end up getting 50 calls, and out of which, we can actually get 10 sales. And now if our goal is to make 10 lakhs, then we just simply double the activity. So we will get 20 sales. The number of calls we will do would be 100. Number of applications will be 200. Leads will be 2,000 and clicks will be 10,000. Okay. Now, this is how you look at the machine from a higher level perspective. Now, chances are, let's say that you start this goal. Okay. Let's say that, today is October 1st. And you start this whole process, and by the time it's
the end of the month, okay, end of October, what ends up happening is the results come back, and rather than the 5,000 clicks, let's say that you only got 2,000 clicks. If you got 2,000 clicks, obviously the number of leads that you will get would be less, the number of applications that you will get would be less, and the number of calls that you would get would be less. And then obviously you won't be able to accomplish this target. So now what you have done is you have identified the bottleneck, that the problem was the reason why I was unable to accomplish my goal of 5 lakhs profit was because I was only able to get 2,000 clicks from the ad. So next time, in order to improve, I need to fix my ad and make sure that I can actually generate 5,000 clicks so that I can actually make the money that I really, really want to make. Right. And let's say that, okay, this was the example of an ad. Let's say that you do get 5,000 clicks. Okay. Let's say that you do end up getting 5,000 clicks, but the landing page, okay, this does not convert at 20%, because of which, let's say we end up getting 500 leads. So that's less than what we had anticipated, because of which the number of applications that we will get will be less, number of calls we will get would be less, and obviously the number of sales that we will make would be less as well, right? It's pretty simple. And then you can also do this. Let's say that, rather than, let's say that you do get 5,000 clicks, you do get 1,000 leads, but 100 applications you do not get, right? Out of these 1,000 leads, let's say only 5% of the people apply. So this means you end up getting 50 applications. Now, 50 applications won't be sufficient, because this will only generate you around about 25 calls. And then that's not close to our target, right? So we have identified that this is the bottleneck. And because of this, our goal of 5 lakhs won't be achieved. Okay. Now, again, let's say that you do end up getting 100 applications, right? But out of those people, let's say more number of people, let's say they didn't show up, or you cancel the application. That could be like, 500 different reasons why exactly that happened. But let's say you're not able to do 50 calls and you only managed to do 20 calls. Would that give us the output that we are looking for? Absolutely not, right? So the bottleneck this time would be this, or calls, right? And this is how we can actually identify, okay, where exactly are we lacking inside of our system, so that we can technically fix it and make sure that we are not in the position of hand to mouth, and we can actually accomplish a goal of 5 lakhs or whatever target that you set for yourself. So next time when a business owner comes to me, this is the concept that I try to explain to them. So next time you think that, my business is going down, or something is XYZ is happening, try to look at the machine from a higher level perspective and try to figure out what inputs were fed into the machine, because of which the output produced was not the way you wanted it to be. What exactly went wrong, and what needs to be fixed? Which part of the entire machine needs fixing? This is what you need to do. And if you can learn this concept, trust me, forget business, you can improve any area of your life, irrespective of whatever you're trying to accomplish.
The problem is that most business owners or marketers or salespeople, they are very, very narrow minded. Okay, they do not look at this machine from this higher level point of view, and they are stuck at the thing that they are seeing. Okay, so for example, what most digital marketers will do, if the client is not generating the necessary revenue or the sales target, they would just look at, the one subcomponent of that entire machine. So chances are that they might look at the landing page, and they'll be like, they are unable to accomplish that goal because the landing page is, the conversion rate is low. Okay, they won't look at it from a higher level perspective. Chances are that the landing page person could be 5%, but if they are making 10 sales out of that 5%, so what's the problem in that landing page being 5%? Right? And most digital marketers would then, try to, if they are running ads, they would just try to, look at the ad part. If somebody is into sales, then they will forget about the marketing part, and they'll just be like, okay, it's because of the calls, okay, it's because of what I'm trying to say on the call, because of which I'm unable to convert. So this is not how it works. What you need to do is you need to look at the machine from a higher perspective. You need to look overall in order to figure out where exactly is the bottleneck, not just from the narrow-minded thing or the thing that's only visible to you. No, that's not how it works. You need to look at it from a broader level, and that's what I meant. What you can do is, let me just go a little bit deeper into this concept. Why? Because I'm in the mood, right? So right, so what we can do is, let's rather than calling it ad, let's just call it marketing. Okay, so how do we fix this? Okay, let's say that you start noticing that, Rohan, let's talk about marketing first, okay, and then we will slowly gradually move on to other different kind of channels. Now let's say that you start noticing that you start your progress on October 1st, and you have been, let's say, running ads, and you are not in the trajectory of getting 5,000 clicks, because you can track your clicks every single day. Let's say that you divide that into a month. So on average, in order to accomplish your target, you require 166 clicks a day, right? Now let's say that you start seeing the trend and you're like, okay, Rohan, I'm nowhere close to getting these 5,000 clicks. I don't know what to do, right? So what you need to do is, now you need to fix this bottleneck, and you have identified it. So what you can do is, you can add channels to it. So rather than just doing ads, maybe you can add earn traffic methods. What exactly are earn traffic methods? This means you can start approaching prospects on LinkedIn, Facebook, email, and all these different kind of channels, so that if ads are not able to do the job on their own, you can actually put these other channels to make sure that your goal of 166 clicks a day and 5,000 clicks a month can be achieved. Okay, so this means that if one part of the machine is not working, you can fix it by adding other channels or just improving this one, and then you'll be back on track. But if you do not track this, then obviously, how would you know what to fix, right? And let's say that, now let's talk about this, talking about the landing page. So chances are that you're sending so many clicks, but your landing page is not converting at the percentage that you want. So over here you can, let's say, split test headlines. You can analyze the quality of traffic that you get, right? All these different kind of things that you can do to basically fix the landing page and make sure that it's converting at the 20% rate that we want it to be, so that it can actually produce us 1,000 leads every single month. And then to track it, what we can do is we can just divide this by 30 or 31. So this means we need approximately 33 leads a day in order to accomplish this target. And if that's not happening, then we try to do these different kind of things in order to fix this problem, right? And then let's say that, after going through a landing page, let's say we realize that people are not booking a call, then there could be like further bottlenecks regarding why that's not happening. So to fix that, right, chances are that your booking form too long. Okay, your booking form is too long. The questions are, your prospect just does not want to fill them. Let's say the prospect is not warm enough. They maybe want to see some content from you before filling out the form. There are a lot of different kind of things that you can add to this variable to actually fix it and make sure that it's producing the necessary 100 applications that are required to achieve the target that you have set for yourself. If you don't do this and you don't identify this, then obviously that'll be a big problem. And then comes the call. Okay, let's say that you're not converting at 20%, then you can analyze your calls, and then you can see from the recordings, right, what's going wrong, right? Maybe there's something wrong with the pitch, maybe there's something wrong with the price, right? Maybe there's something wrong with the market scenario or the macroeconomical factors because of which you might not be able to achieve this target, right? So we try to analyze that, try to see, okay, what's going on, what can we fix, and how exactly can we get through our final objective, which is to make 5 lakhs. So this is how you analyze and then fix each and every problem that you are encountering as and when they arrive.
and this will make sure that you are consistent towards achieving your goal. And then this is like a small 4-part, 1 2 3 4-part machine that I just showed you. Now if you further go into this, right, if you further go into this, you can add like a 5th part, which could get into fulfillment. Okay, now fulfillment on its own has different kind of criterias, because of which a lot of people suffer. Chances are that their clients are not getting the results. Why exactly are they not getting the results? Then you try to analyze the entire machine from a high level perspective. You try to see, okay, what exactly is going on. Are the people unable to are we unable to set the expectations of the client right, because of which they are expecting higher results very, very soon? Are we doing something wrong with the delivery? Is this the project management wrong, right? So there are different kind of factors that we can actually analyze in order to even see fulfillment, but I don't want to go deeper into that part, because I just want to keep this concept very, very simple. Okay, and this is how you can actually divide any complex matter, no matter what it is, into subparts, and then you can actually see which part actually needs improvement, how you can fix the same, and make sure that you are on the right path towards your goal.
So that's how you go about analyzing the machine from the higher level perspective, just like how Ray Dalio says. And the fact of the matter is that you can, as I was telling you earlier, you can do this for fitness, maybe for your relationships. You can divide that into subcategories and then figure out where exactly is the bottleneck. You can do this for your business, as we have already discussed. You can even do it for sending rockets to Mars, just like how Elon Musk has done. Again, you can check out his video on YouTube. It's pretty awesome how he's talking about the concept of first principles. And if you're trying to make an invention or do something complex that to most people, what most people do is they just look at the final product. Okay, they just look at the final product, but most people do not break this down into chunks, figure out the different parts of the machine, and then look at it from a higher level perspective to figure out which part needs to function according to what, in order to make sure that we can produce the necessary output that we are looking for. What exact inputs need to be fed inside of our machine, whatever parts that we are dividing the same into, to make sure that we can get the result that we are looking for inside of life. So I hope that video was helpful, and I hope you learned something. If you thought that this was valuable, make sure to leave your comments or your thoughts down below. I love reading all my comments and making sure that you guys are loving the content. And if you have suggestions for future content, again, I would love to read that below. And last but not the least, if you want to make sure that you get my videos right on point, just click on the subscribe button below, hit the bell notification icon, and you will get a notification as and whenever I produce or upload a video to my channel. So thanks a lot for taking out the time and watching this video till the end. Rohan Dhawan here, and I'll see you in the next one.